Hello, my name is Mark John Sternal and you're watching Easy Metal Guitar DVD. In this video, we're going to start out with simple one-finger metal guitar like this E5 power chord. And gradually progress through basic chords and riffs to fast rhythms and fast solos. The key of E dominates heavy metal music, so let's start out by learning an E5 power chord. The sixth string of the guitar is open, no frets, no fingers. It's played along with the fifth string, second fret. Holding the E5 power chord, pick the sixth and fifth strings at the same time, making sure to stop before the fourth string. Now that we've learned our first power chord, let's learn how to adjust our amp settings for premium metal tone. This is a combo amp, which means it has the amplifier and speaker built into one unit. The controls on this amp feature two channels. In most cases, the first channel is a clean guitar sound. Channel 2 is usually a distorted guitar sound. For this channel, the more gain you use, the heavier the guitar tone will be. This amp features a mid-gain frequency control, which we will set at 12 o'clock. The level is the same as volume. Next, we have the EQ or equalizer controlling the low, mid, and high frequencies. Let's put these all at 12 o'clock, which means they are flat, not giving or taking away from the tone. In metal, it is typical to scoop or cut out the mids and increase the highs and lows. An extreme setting would be to set the mids all the way down and the highs and lows all the way up. You can experiment with the tone by adjusting this. Just remember, keep the mids to the left of center and the highs and lows to the right of center. Some amps have less controls. For example, here is an Epiphone Valve Jr. This amp has very simple features. It connects to an external speaker cabinet and it has one control, the volume. With an amp like this, you can set the volume to your neighbor's tolerance level and use your effects to shape the tone. Now that's metal. Your guitar also plays an important part in the tone you are getting. This is a Gibson Les Paul Standard solid body guitar with passive pickups, meaning they do not require a battery. While this tone might be desirable for some styles, most metal guitarists prefer active pickups, which are battery powered. Here is a Les Paul Custom with active EMG pickups. Let's compare the two without changing the settings on the amps. If your amp and guitar combination aren't giving you the tone you desire, you can insert a distortion pedal between your guitar and your amp. Here I am using my amp set to the clean channel with the metal EQ settings we have just learned. For the distortion, I'm using a Carl Martin Plexitone. I have the boost all the way down, The level control is the same as volume, and you could adjust it to your liking. Tone and gain are all the way up, and the crunch is backed off, not quite all the way down, but only to around 7 or 8 o'clock. The use of a distortion pedal allows a lot more tonal possibilities, and it also allows us to easily switch from a clean tone to a heavy tone. Some pedals, like this one, have a boost feature which allow 2 distorted settings, allowing you to switch tones or give a boost to a lead guitar solo. To give the tone more punch, you can place a compression pedal directly after your guitar before the distortion or any other pedals. For the settings, let's put threshold at around 1 o'clock, compression to 11 o'clock, response is all the way down, and gain is set to 10 o'clock. Compression really reacts to how hard or soft you play the strings. It also interacts with the type of guitar you are playing. For example, this custom Les Paul is a solid body, which gives the guitar a lot of sustain. This is an Epiphone Futura Prophecy with a Floyd Rose tremolo system. The tremolo requires the back of the guitar to be hollowed out, which removes some of the sustain from the guitar. To compensate, you can increase the bass and treble to your liking on your amp. You can also adjust the compression by raising the response and the gain. Whether you are using a combo amp or an amp with an external speaker, you can use a graphic EQ to really dial in your tone. Here is a Carl Martin 3-band parametric preamp. The top settings of the controls have level, which controls the volume, then bass, mid, and treble, just like our combo amp. For a traditional metal tone, I'm setting the bass up to 2 o'clock. Middle scooped down to 10 o'clock, and treble or high end all the way up. The bottom set of controls allow us to really fine-tune these frequencies. Starting with the first control, we are dialing it to 1 o'clock. The last 2 are set at 2 o'clock. This combination of active pickups, compression, distortion, and EQ give us a crushing metal guitar tone. Metal guitar combines power chords with riffs. Riffs are usually individual notes or scale notes. Here we are playing our E5 power chord, followed by the 6th string 2nd fret, then up to the 3rd fret. Again, the E5 is a combination of the 6th string open with your index or 1st finger on the 5th string 2nd fret. Next, move your index finger to the 6th string 2nd fret, which is an F sharp note. then up 1 fret to the 6th string 3rd fret for a G note. This rhythm repeats, holding the E5 for counts 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3. F sharp is held for the 4 count, then a quick change to G, and you could count that as and. 4, and. Then let the G note ring out for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. And repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it is at a very slow tempo. The Palmute is one of the most popular metal guitar techniques. It is achieved by laying your palm in front of the bridge of your guitar and picking a string. The notes can be fretted or open. A lot of metal songs use repeated palmuted notes known as pedal tones. In this exercise, we're using open E or 6th string pedal tones with a 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. To get a heavy metal sound, we're picking all of these pedal tones with a downstroke. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is our E5 riff with pedal tones. We are going to play the E5 for the 1 count, pedal on the 2 count, 3 count, then the F sharp for 4, up to G for and, letting the G ring out for another 4 counts. To change things up a bit, let's move everything down 1 string, so now our E5 becomes A5. 5th string open, with the 4th string 2nd fret. The pedal tones are open A or open 5th string tones. And the 5th string fretted notes are B on the 2nd fret to C on the 3rd fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put it all together with the tempo.